good afternoon, good evening from wherever it is you're tuned in from. This is Pauline Juraita, your mental health advocate. I hope you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, the handle being Beyond the Shadows. Kindly like, subscribe, and share. Today, I want us to talk about money trauma. It is the psychological and emotional effect a person uh, gets as a result of financial difficulties in the family or a financial event that affects the way a person behaves and the kind of the relationship a person has with money. Let us look at some of the causes of money trauma. Number one, financial instability. For example, lack of employment or lack of a regular source of income could also cause financial instability, then money trauma, or probably high debt. Yeah, a person has so many debts, so many loans, and the inability to meet their financial obligations as and when they fall due can cause someone to have money trauma. What is another cause of money trauma? Loss of income. Some people lose their jobs. Some people are declared redundant in a company. That could also cause money trauma because a person who was able to earn a living cannot do it anymore. And uh, there's distress because they cannot meet their financial obligation. Childhood experiences in the sense that a person grows up in a family where there's a lot of financial struggles, where there's a lot of poverty, a lot of distress in the family, in finances, and these things always affect a person. Even when someone transits into the adulthood, the relationship these people have with money is always at another level and is always affected by their money trauma. Now, those are some of the causes. What are the effects of money trauma? Number one, emotional distress. Yeah, you find a person has money anxiety, some shame, some guilt, some anger, and all those things. What are other causes of money trauma? There could be mental health challenges. Yeah, we've had cases of people who start developing distress, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and in worst case scenarios, we've had people dying by suicide as a result of money trauma. Some maladaptive behaviors, yeah, that is unusual behaviors, probably overspending, somebody's trying to cope, yeah, because they've not resolved the money traumas from the past. Either they overspend or people oversave. There are people who may even have millions in their bank accounts, but they can go without meals because they have this fixation that they have to keep saving and saving and saving. And more often, these people, they leave millions of money in their bank accounts. Yeah, that is a person who has suffered some money trauma of some kind. So these unusual behaviors always come from somewhere. And that's why we're having this discussion, because it is important to mitigate, to work against this money trauma so that people can have a good relationship with money, and irrespective of what comes in a person's life, as like financial loss, yeah, and somebody is able to cope and know the plan B. Since the plan A has failed, how do we go about the plan B? So let's talk about some of the ways to handle money trauma. Seeking professional help. If the money trauma has cascaded to a mental health challenge, probably post-traumatic stress disorder, this is very important for a person to seek professional help. Probably see a psychiatrist and a psychologist to help them through how to cope with these money issues. And on top of that, since it is a money matter, it's important to also seek professional help from a person who is well conversant with finances, so that they can also get some sort of financial therapy and counseling, or financial planning and management, to know how to go about their finances. What is another thing that a person can do? Probably get some financial awareness on how probably to do budgets, yeah, how to do spending, and how to or manage their finances with an aim of ensuring that they're able to live within their means. Also, under financial awareness, it's important for people, especially because of money trauma, to always know if it's a person who has a behavior like they overspend or they oversave. It's important for this person to be helped to go and deal with the issues of the past, so as to avoid these behaviors that are not so good, and be able to handle money in a good way. Yes, it's important to save, but when it gets to levels of over saving until they don't want to spend that money, it is not normal. It is not okay. What is another thing that can help mitigate that? Probably also having a support group. Yeah, it's good to have support groups, have a trusted friend, or have support groups. I don't know whether in our country, Kenya, we have this sort of support groups whereby you have people who have probably been laid off, or probably people who have been declared redundant. They come together and are able to have a support group to support each other, to give each other ideas on what kind of other businesses to start up, and so on. These are some of the things that it is very important to talk about. And if you've watched my story on YouTube, one of the things I know that troubled my late dad is money trauma as a result of loss of a promotion. Yeah. And as a result of that, it became very hard for him to cope, right? And what did it do to me? I know I've suffered money trauma as a result of a childhood experience. You see, I enjoyed a good life. I enjoyed money, life with a good money, a good life. And then I went back to poverty. So I had to be helped out of getting over the money trauma and make good decisions. For me, it was overspending sometimes, just overspending and all that. So it is important to have this discussion. Remember, we are guarding our mental health. We are guarding anything that is likely to bring issues to our mental health, and money trauma, money anxiety is one of them. I hope this video has been helpful. Kindly remember to like, subscribe, and share. And it's my desire that we all have a good relationship with money. God bless you, and thank you for watching.